Hi guys, it's me, Ray, and welcome to another video of mine. Guys, before we get started, I'm gonna need you to do a couple of things. First off, ensure that you hit that subscribe button and press that bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling, so you can keep updated of any time I upload a video. Guys, today we are going to be talking about carrier oils. If this is something you want to know more about, make sure you stay tuned. If you didn't know, in the Bible, God talks about giving us every herb-bearing seed, and that was to be our food. So another way you can interpret that scripture, interpret that scripture, is the fact that God has given us pretty much everything on this earth to help us when it comes to our health, including our hair health. If you've been natural for just 2 minutes, I'm sure you've heard people throw around the word carrier oil, carrier oil, carrier oil. But you might be thinking, okay, carrier oil, I kind of understand what it is. Or you might be thinking, I don't have a clue what a carrier oil is. And don't worry, I am here to help you today. I've done some research and I thought, let me share it with you because I've learned a little bit myself. Let me just break it down what I've learned. Let me just get my phone out and read some of this information to you. A carrier oil is also known as a base oil. And carrier oils come from either nuts, seeds, plants, or vegetables. And carrier oils are excellent because they're either odorless or have a very light odor to them. That means they can be mixed easily in with essential oils that have a more potent scent. Carrier oils are absolutely vital when it comes to using essential oils. You don't want to use an essential oil on your body or your skin because that can cause you a lot of damage. So what carrier oils do is they dilute the potency of an essential oil, making it a bit more friendly, or a lot more friendly in fact, for your hair and your skin. That was a lot of information. I hope you're still here with me. Hello. Unlike essential oils, carrier oils do not have to be diluted before you use them. There are a few oils that it's advised that you should dilute them, like black seed oil, and is it borage oil, and I think Prim Hill or something like that. But typically carrier oils don't need to be diluted before use, unlike essential oils. There are about 2 ways a carrier oil is extracted. So you might be thinking, okay, seen this almond oil in a bottle, seen this olive oil, I wonder where they get it from. How does this come into my bottle? How does it get here? It's through extraction. So the first extraction method I'm going to talk about is cold pressing. And what cold pressing does or involves, you get either the nut, the seed, the plant, the vegetable, pop it into a horizontal press, and you literally press upon the item that's been put in there and press it to the point that the oil is squeezed out of the seed, the nut, the vegetable, or the plant. I know there are some cold press methods where you can literally grind that very thing until the oil is produced. With this method, heat is not applied. However, due to friction, it can get a bit hot and heated, but this doesn't damage the quality of the oil. And when it comes to the heating up process that occurs because of friction, I think it's about 70 to 80% heat that's produced. So you'll find the oil is, fine to still use. So once the oil has been extracted through the cold press method, it's filtered and then sold. So when I say filtered, I'm imagining that if there's like little bits of, I don't know, let's say almonds inside the oil, that's probably like sieved out and then it's sold. So with the filtering process, when it comes to cold press, no heat is applied because that can remove some of the vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids that are found in carrier oils. Second extraction method that I'm going to talk to you about today is one that is known as hot extraction. Hot extraction. So with this method, you do use heat. So what you do, similar to the compress method, but this time you use heat. So you put the seeds or the nut or the plants in a place and it is heated. It is heated to the point that oil is produced. Oil is produced because pressure is put with heat, and hello, we've got oil. The hot extraction method is typically done on a large scale production. Unlike cold press, I didn't mention that, but I thought I mentioned that to you. With the heated method, you get a lot more oil than you would with the cold press method. So in terms of money, it's a bit more cost effective. However, the oil is a little bit more compromised. Because heat is applied, you are going to see less amounts of the vitamins, fatty acids and minerals that are in the carrier oil. Did you know as well, I don't know if you want to consider this as an extraction method, but I don't know, but did you know, I'll drop this knowledge for you guys. Did you know, one more time, did you know, LOL, the waste produced during the cold press method or the hot extraction method is also known as cake. It's quite interesting. So what they do with the waste produced within either of these two methods, they take the cake or they take the waste, LOL, and they reheat it again. They reheat it, refine it, remove the oxygen so it becomes deoxinized. Is that even a word, girl? Is that even a word? Yeah. Deoxinized, that's the word. And then what happens is, once that happens, they also put some solvents, chemicals and all these naughty little things as part of the process so they can get oil. And with this process, a lot of the natural vitamins, minerals and fatty acids are completely removed. So what do they do? Do you know what they do here? They reinstate artificial colors into the oil. They re-add the vitamins that I've lost and some other goodness into the oil that's been bleached and just beaten up, essentially. But if this is the only oil that you can access, just use it, use what you have. So if you've been natural for 5 minutes and you've come across the topic of oils, you must have heard naturalistas either say, I use refined oil, I use unrefined oil. What is the difference between refined oil and unrefined oil? Is one better than the other? Let's find out. So oil that is unrefined is oil that has been processed in a way that doesn't involve chemicals or the application of heat. The oil is left in its natural state. Refined oil, however, is processed with the use of heat and chemicals. So it's like the natural oil with a bit of things added in some instances, or it doesn't have as many goodies inside it. So that's the main difference between refined oil and unrefined oil. And your choice of oil may be based on your budget, where you are in the world, accessibility to certain oils. If you've just turned natural, don't get so bogged down of, oh, it needs to be refined, it needs to be cold pressed, it needs to be this. Use what you have. When it comes to picking a carrier oil, there is a plethora of oils out there. You've got your olive oil, you've got your almond oil, you've got your castor oil, you've got so many different oils, and you can sometimes be like, which oil should I pick? Well, here's some homework. You're going to need to do your own little research, aren't you? You're going to need to research the oil, find out what's going on with your hair or your skin, and through your research determine whether or not you want to use that oil or this oil. Some tips: try and use almond oil because of the fact it's quite accessible. Olive oil is very, very accessible, and coconut oil is a great oil. However, if you've watched any of my videos, you might have heard me say that coconut oil isn't always the best option. Coconut oil, I don't mind it, doesn't really do much for my hair or my skin, but it's just like a meh oil. But if you have low porosity hair, I have low porosity hair, but I'm neither here or there with coconut oil. But there are a few naturals that say like coconut oil messes up the hair, but then there's others that say it does wonders for the hair, and there's others like me that I'm neither here nor there. I'll use it if I have to. An oil is an oil to a degree. Another great oil is olive oil. I love olive oil because it's extremely accessible, and I've been using that recently, and I've noticed that my hair doesn't get as frizzy and my hair is left super moisturize. Oils don't necessarily moisturize your hair, but they can help seal in the moisture, and I've realized olive oil has been excellent with that. So I've spoken a lot about carrier oils. Guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you share it with at least one friend. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a lovely day. Ray.